evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Today, I'm going to talk to you about something serious. I'm going to talk about worst form of human rights violation, third largest organized crime, and a $10 billion industry. I'm going to talk about sexual slavery. Next. Here you see photos of three children, Pranita, Shaheen, and Anju. Pranita's mother was a woman in prostitution. When she got infected with HIV, towards the end of her life, when she couldn't prostitute any further, she sold 4-year-old Pranita to a broker. By the time Pranita was rescued, she had already been raped by 4 men. Shaheen's background is still unknown. She was found by the railway tracks and had been raped by many men. The indications on her body were that her intestine had come out of her body. And when she was taken to the hospital, she needed 32 stitches to put it back in. We still don't know who she is, who her parents are, but we do know that she had been exploited by many men. Anjali's father was a drunkard and had sold her 3-year-old daughter into pornography. The photos you see here are of 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old children who have been trafficked for commercial sexual exploit. Next. Okay, I have many stories to share with you. But let's first see where the journey begins. Most of them come from optionless backgrounds. Not poor, mind you. A lot of them are from well-to-do families also. They are deceived and forced. 99% of them resist being inducted into prostitution. Some pay the price for it. They are killed. They are the nameless, voiceless people who fall prey to prostitution. And then there are people who succumb into it. They face irreversible consequences. Men who come to them aren't people who want to have a family with you or make you their girlfriend. They are the men who buy you for an hour, for a day, use you, and leave you. Next. And then, one day, this girl gives up on you and me. Because we have no options for her. We, as a society, have PhDs in victimizing a victim. It's very fashionable to talk about this topic standing here in this classroom. But it's not fine for them to enter our house. It's not fine for us to give them employment in our factories. It's not nice for our children to study with their children. Sunita Krishnan, she started an NGO and has been working to help such victims. She, for once, was asked by her friend who used to give her 2,000 rupees a month for vegetables, that his mother had fallen ill and he needed someone to take care of the house. After a small pause, he added, but Sunita, not confused. If I stand here today, I stand here not as Atul Goel. I stand here as the voice of these victims. I stand here as the I stand here and ask you for your compassion. These people don't need your pity. They need your acceptance as a human being. And more than anything else, they need to be accepted into the society. Because no child in this world deserves what these next towards it. This is Sunita Krishnan. Next. Because no child in this world deserves what these children went through. Thank you.
And so Lord, who is not here, he completed his CC-8, so I do the evaluation in general. So Toastmaster Atul had a great topic selection. His topic was sexual slavery. Now it's a very bold topic. Like most of the people shy away from talking about it because it's kept in secret. So it was a very bold topic. Secondly, Toastmaster Atul started off with confidently. He introduced his topic and he started talking about the three children whose names were Pranita, Anjali, Shaheen, who represented the countless children who have experienced sexual exploitation but have kept quiet. So that was a great start off to his speech. Now moving on, he used a lot of heavy words like irreversible consequences, which stirred the audience and it created an impact. Also, I liked the passion in his voice. He was very passionate. He was concerned about those children, about people who were suffering sexual exploitation, and he had an anger in his voice, which helped him, and the audience also felt connected. Now he had good hand gestures and an amazing eye contact with all the audience members who were all listening, and he had great voice modulation, especially when he said it is not fine for them to enter their homes. Now he also completed all his objectives, which was basically to use visual aids, and which we saw he used some of the slides. Now coming on to the improvements, he had some key points written on his hands, and he was reading in between the speech, which was, I would say, tactful, but at the same time it distracted him as well as the audience. So that should have been avoided. And also the ending of the speech was a little muddled up. I guess he missed 2 or 3 points. But overall, I would say his speech, though his speech was very short, but it had an impact. The audience would get what he wanted to say. And it had a very beautiful message. They don't need your pity, they need your compassion. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.